We are still in the heart of Blackberry season out here, and I've already made a cobbler. So on this episode of From What I Gather, I'm making this simple and delicious blackberry crumble that everyone's gonna love. So let's get started. I've got my oven preheating to 375 degrees, and now I'm going to put together the topping. And it starts with 1 cup of quick oats, to which I'm going to add 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup packed brown sugar, either light or dark. I've got 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, just a wee pinch, a 1/4 teaspoon or so of salt, and now I've got 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to kind of get started by cutting up, and then I'll use a pastry blender to work this all together. There we go. I just want to cut that butter down into there, like doing a pie dough, until it's all broke down into little tiny bits. After I get all that butter cut in there really well, I'm just going to get in there with my hands and kind of work that all the way through. I want to make it so it kind of clumps up a little when you squeeze it. Yeah, we're looking good now. So I'll set this aside and go get my blackberries. Now the topping is ready, so I'm going to put together the bottoming. And to make things simple, I'm going to put it together right in the dish that I'm going to bake it in. And this is an 8x8 casserole, and I'm going to start with 6 cups of these rinsed off and strained berries, which I think is probably just about what I have here. Oh yeah, I'm just going to throw those in there. It's close enough. And now I'm going to add in 1/3 of a cup of sugar, now I like to add in about a tablespoon or 2 of lemon juice. It's not going to be the whole half. This is a pretty juicy guy, so maybe a tablespoon and a half there, but a tablespoon would be fine. Now I've got 1/3 of a cup of flour. And you could use cornstarch, it wouldn't be as much, but I've always been a flour guy. I just like the way it thickens these up. There we go. I'll kind of stir this a little bit. It's all going to get hot and bubbly, so it'll get mixed together. So I just want to give it a nice toss. Now I like to take a little bit of butter and just dot the top. So I got a couple of tablespoons of butter here. I'm just going to make it into little bits. And that's going to get down in there and work with that flour too to make it nice and rich and thick. And I almost forgot, just an itty bitty pinch of salt again to help bring out that sweetness. So 1/8 of a tablespoon or so. And now I'm bringing my topping, and I'm going to kind of squeeze it and clump it a little, and then pop it on here. so it's not super powdery. I want some bigger chunks in there for some real good crunch. I like the looks of this so far. I just love blackberry season. Well, that looks just right, and now I'm gonna slam this into my 375-degree oven for about 40 minutes, or until the top gets nice and crusty and the bottom gets nice and bubbly. Hey now! Doesn't that look great? And the smell of those blackberries and all that butter coming out of there is just awesome. Of course, I can't go digging into this right now. It'd be a big runny mess and it'd melt my face off. So I'm gonna let this cool for about as long as I cooked it, which turned out to be an hour because I wanted that top to get nice and crusty. So, as painful as it is, I'm gonna have to wait till I can sample this. Now let's see how we did. Don't need that. Alright, we want to get some of that ice cream, some blackberry, and some of that crispy, crunchy topping. Oh, how's that look? I really don't think I need to tell you how good that is. I mean, the blackberries are at the peak of their ripeness, and the crispy, crunchy topping is just perfect. It's truly an iconic summer dessert. Oh yeah. So whether you call it a crisp or a crumble, get out there and get your blackberries and give this a try, and I know you're gonna love it. Thanks for watching.